Sheriff Mike Corona. You've hit the international news and national news lately, and now you're here with Arnold Schwarzenegger today for a big event about what is it, Prop 49?
Prop 49.
Can you tell us a quick viewpoint on why people should vote for Prop 49?
Prop 49 is a good investment in the youth of not only Orange County but of California. I can tell you here in Orange County we've been working with after-school programs, coupling up with the private sector, and for every $1 that we've invested in after-school programs between 3 and 6, we've saved $7 on the criminal justice side of it, because the vast majority of juvenile crimes is committed between the hours of 3 and 6, and by kids that don't have a place to go. By providing them after-school programs, they're engaged with mentors, they're engaged with after-school sports, and frankly that changes their lives and keeps them out of the criminal justice system. What Mr. Schwarzenegger is now doing is taking it to a broader level in the state of California, and he's actually mandating that those costs be absorbed by the state budget, and we see that as a good investment in our future.
Well, let me ask you this. Everybody's wanting to know, they think that maybe you and Arnold are going to be on a major ticket here coming up here pretty soon.
Well, right now Arnold and I are focused on getting Prop 49 passed, and I'm sure there'll be life after Sheriff, and there'll be something after Terminator 3, but he and I haven't had that discussion yet, and it'll be down the road.
Well, we want to congratulate you for all the things you've done in the past, and certainly about all of the way you've been handling the Orange County business here for some time. Well, thank you so much for joining us on The Cutting Edge.
To introduce our first speaker today, I'd like to welcome to the podium Hispanic co-founder, David Padilla. Buenas tardes. Hello, Educational Excellence for Hispanic Americans. This commission is an initiative that the President takes very seriously, as was made clear in his recent visit here to Santa Ana. Its mission is to develop a multi-year action plan aimed at closing the educational achievement gap between Hispanic Americans and their peers. Leslie was selected by the President to be the executive director for this effort, which is so important to our community and to our children. She was selected because of her long dedication of advocating for Hispanics on education. Ms. Sanchez's career is a remarkable Latina success story. Last year, she was named one of the 100 most influential Hispanics in the October 2001 Hispanic Business Magazine. The Hispanic 100 thanks her for her time today. Please welcome Ms. Leslie Sanchez.
Good afternoon to all of you, our friends. For my San City friends, buenas tardes amigos y amigas. I'm very glad to be here. It's an honor to be back in what I feel is my second home now of California. I'm a native Texan, but it's so fun to come here and see so many friends, so many people that are committed to raising the educational achievement of Latino students. And in a state like California, you're leading the charge. It's done by the business community. So thank you to all of you. Thank you for the invitation. And I really welcome the opportunity. I'm delighted to be here on behalf of President George W. Bush. As you know, he's very busy these days, working on a variety of different things, but he specifically saw what California was doing, and specifically our friends here, Mario Rodriguez, Manuel Ramirez, Mr. Schwarzenegger, the work that you're doing to put together partnerships and look at innovative ways to ensure that Latino students, that all students are given that quality education is something that he has asked that we look at across the country, that we look at these best practices and these model programs. The President signed an executive order a year ago, a little over a year ago, on October 12, 2001. It was almost a month after September 11th. And it was the first piece of non-terrorism legislation and actual business that he did at the White House. Some of our friends were at that meeting. And at that ceremony that was held in the East Room, he said, I'm signing this order because I want to ensure that every Hispanic child has an opportunity for a quality education. Para todos que viven en este país. And he said, regardless of where they were born, regardless of what language they speak, and regardless of their understanding of this educational system in America that is really open to everybody, he wants to make sure that gap is closed. But the reason he did this is because there's a dramatic crisis in education today. 1 out of every 3 Hispanic students is dropping out of school. Is dropping out of high school. They feel that there's no future for them. In some communities that we visited across the country, that number is 6 out of 10. 2 out of every 3 fourth graders cannot read at basic proficiency. And our 12th graders in this country right now are the lowest ranking in any industrialized nation in math and science. It's a crisis not only for minority children, but for all children all along the educational spectrum. And what we're finding there are model programs. There are leaders like yourselves who are coming together to raise that academic achievement. And he's asked that this commission look at what those programs are doing. It's a commission that must present a report to the President by March 31st. We're working very diligently. We held a town hall meeting here in Huntington Park. I think some of our friends from Huntington Park. We had 750 Spanish-speaking parents come and speak to us, and they would cry and they would share their experiences about what they felt the struggles were within their community. Let me also tell you, this is a school district where 1,400 students start in the 9th grade and 500 graduate at the end of the 12th grade. It's a dramatic situation of what is happening. But let me tell you some of the things that we do know. We do know that throughout the country there are about 5 different areas that we've seen high academic performance in low-income, high-minority schools. Those are when you have very high expectations, when you have parents and leaders in the community who really believe that all children are capable of learning and all children are capable of college or post-secondary degree. We have role models in the community that ensure that these students are in safe environments, that they're nurtured all along the educational process. We also have parental involvement, and that is something that we're hearing a lot about right now, and we're working very hard on that, is making sure that everybody comes to the table and understands what our role is in that. With Spanish-speaking parents particularly, it's a unique challenge. So many immigrant families come to this country and do not understand the U.S. education system. We're reaching out to them to look at ways to make that work. The other element they have is exposure to college. These are students that see some level or have some access to individuals like yourself and have some idea and understanding that college is a reality.
Time out of your day to be with us. I also want to thank Hispanic 100 for the leadership they've shown not only in this area, but in public policy around the state of California. It's a group of Latino activists that got together that have a vision that given the changing demographics in this country, they could be the voice of reason. They could be the voice of the future. And they're individuals who really pull together so that we can have opportunities like this to debate and discuss issues that impact America. One of those is my chief of staff, George Harville, and I'd like to give him a round of applause. Today you're going to hear from three individuals who will share with you why education is so critically important, not only for our Latino youth, but for youth across this country. You've heard from Ms. Sanchez, who is a nationally recognized leader in the education community. You'll hear from a friend of mine who is a father and a child advocate and has done that for the last decade. He's also known as a movie star. And you hear from Kyle. The first two make a lot of sense as to why you would want to listen to them. The third, I'm sure you question why would Kyle be talking to you about education. Let me share with you some numbers. I was pretty good at math at school, and it's probably why I ended up with an organization that has a $500 million budget. Let me throw out some numbers to you that I think illustrate why law enforcement, why a cop is so concerned about education. 800,000, 80,000, 2.2 million, 6,000, 16 to 25, 3 to 6, 1 to 7. Now, those numbers by themselves really don't mean much to you. Let me put a little structure behind it for you. 800,000, that's the number of kids in Orange County currently who are below the age of 18. 80,000, that's the number of kids in Orange County who live below the poverty level. 80,000 kids in this county, one of the richest in the world, live below the poverty level. 2.2 million. That's the number of individuals that we have in our nation's prisons and jails. We now surpass Russia for incarcerating the greatest number of people in any nation in the world. 6,000. The number of men and women who are in my jail, the Orange County Sheriff's Department jail. I run the 6th largest jail in America. 16 to 25. The vast majority of crime is committed in America, committed by male between the ages of 16 and 25. Grade 6. That's the prime time for those young people who are in their most crime-prone years to commit crime, violent crime. You get involved with drugs, you get involved with gangs, make life-altering decisions that put them into that larger number of 2.2 million that end up in our prisons and jails. 1 to 7. For every dollar that you invest in an after-school program to deal with that most at-risk population during that most at-risk time, returns $7 to us. An incredible financial investment. Now, I don't say that anecdotally. I can tell you there's empirical evidence behind it. I can tell you here in Orange County, we beta tested the program that Mr. Schwarzenegger is now trying to expose to the entire state of California, and I hope to the entire nation. That for every dollar, private dollar that has been invested in Boys and Girls Club,